Hey guys, today I thought I would do a little tutorial on how to do a keyring. So there's a few different ways that you can make a keyring. This way here is the hidden knot way. So you can't see where the knot is tied at all. And I really like this method because it's just nice and neat and tidy. And I also think that if your keyring's being tugged on at all, it just kind of reduces the risk of coming undone if your knot is at the top or the bottom. But there is obviously a few different ways that you can do keyrings. This is my favourite way, so I thought I'd show you how to do it today. Okay, I'm just going to bring this in and move it down so you can see where I'm working. Oh, a bit bright. Okay, there we go. Right, so what I've got is I'm going to put tassels on mine. I'm going to put a tassel on the bottom, and I have got this style of keyring at the top. So with these keyrings, they have the little swivel, and that's what we're going to put our cord through. Alright, so with the cord I've got probably about double the length of what I'm expecting the keyring to finish length, so about double that. So this one is probably, I'd say, maybe about 40 centimeters long, and I'm using a 1.5mm nylon. The strength of your cord is really important, so nylon cord works really well, and because you have to thread the cord through both ways of your beads, that's why I've gone with a thinner one, but totally up to you what you want to use. Okay, I'm also choosing to use silicone beads today. Silicone beads work really well with this method because they are soft and squishy and have a bit of give in them, which makes it easier when it comes to the tying off. You can of course use polymer clay, wood, acrylic, any type that you like. I'm actually using a wooden feature bead in the middle as well. Okay, so to start our keyring, I'm going to just thread the cord through that swivel. I'm pulling it through just not quite equal, so a little bit extra on one side, but I'm now going to thread, well actually you can thread it through halfway, it doesn't really matter. I'm going to thread 2 beads on through both of these cords. So 1 and 2. Now if you find that your nylon cord or your cord that you're using is starting to fray a little bit at the ends, you can always get a lighter or a match or a candle or something, just burn the ends. If it melts, then it'll give you a nice little hard tip, which makes it so much easier for threading. Alright, so what I was saying before about making it uneven, so now I'm just going to pull this just to make it a little bit more uneven. So now with this longer piece, I'm going to thread on the middle bead, so that's my feature bead. I'm then going to thread on my other 2 silicones. And then my tassel. Okay, now we need to bring this cord back up through those 3. So around the top of the tassel, so that's just going to be at the end, back through these beads. Whoops. So I need to concentrate now. Okay, so now what you have is like this. So you've got 2 pieces. Now we're going to pull it tight so that bring it all together. Just working both sides, pulling it in, This way you use a bit of muscles. Okay, now because it's silicone, the end piece of my tassel has now disappeared into the silicone, and the same is happening up the top here as well. The tighter I pull that, that's going to lock into that top hole. If you're using a harder bead, that won't happen, it'll just jam against it, but either way is just as good. Okay, so I'm going to give it really tight. This is why you need strong cord. And then we're going to tie off. So I'm just going to use a couple of knots. Now if you want, you can also use some glue in a minute. I find that this is generally enough. I think two should be fine. Okay, with sharp scissors, I've misplaced my sharp scissors. I'm using kind of blunt scissors. I'm going to trim down as low as I can. Okay, and if you can still see the knot a little bit, you just need to get something pokey. And this is where if you want to put a little dab of glue on and get a pokey and just poke it into one of the holes of your beads. I don't know if you can see that. And then it disappears and you have yourself a tassel and you can't see the knot. So I hope you find that helpful and handy and have fun making your key rings.